So what do we have? First, rates on the Nifty Bank, mid and small cap indices. Actually, mid and small caps looked absolutely smashed. I mean, the market breadth, just lack of interest over the last few days, in any case. So a third of a percent lower on the Sensex. The Nifty, I think, is starting lower by about that much. 24,500. Nifty Bank at 55,300 or so on both those indices. Mid-cap index is down 0.5%. The small-cap index is down about 0.4% or so as well. So this is, the lay of the land right at the word go. Oh, wow. Just 70-point cut now coming through on the Nifty right now. So this is a third of a percent lower. That's it. Bulk of what is starting right now on the Nifty heat map is lower. And you've got a few names which are higher at this point. And Sridhar was talking about some pharma technologies there, but again, has been sold into quite heavily. Otherwise, about 40 of the names, 41 names are lower. Surabhi.
Okay, so 72 points lower. Let's see where the weakness is coming in from. Let's start with trend. Numbers came in. Now, the margin picture is better than estimates, but the top line growth is 19%. The market doesn't like that. So first reaction is negative. Bajaj Auto has been trying to reassure the street that growth will be fine. I mean, their domestic outlook is, I think 6-7% growth. Again, stocks still under pressure, 2% lower. Even Bajaj is talking about holding margins, but the market wants growth, and that seems to be missing. Let's look at what else. Kotak Mahindra Bank, where we're expecting big trades today and maybe some foreign investors cashing out. That stock's about 1.5% lower. There's Eternal, where again there's block action. That's anticipated. Eternal is also lower by about 1.5%. Tata Steel, Coal India, Shriram Finance. I'm just reading out the list of Nifty losers. And then you have the biggies, Reliance and SBI, both exerting downside pressure on the market this morning. So let's see what's holding up. Not too many stocks, actually. Some buying on Cipla. Hero Moto is seeing some traction, 0.5% up after its numbers. And there's a little bit of a trickle here and there on Nestle and ITC. But the short point is that there is no real leader index or any sort of a counterweight sector today. It's largely soft and somber. And the Nifty is trying to, put up a fight at 24,500 now. Nigel.
Well, the stocks that are getting knocked are the usual suspects, right? Welspun Living, that stock is pulling back in today's trading session because obviously US market's a big one for them. It's already seen a lot of selling pressure in the last few days. That continues to be the case. Gokuldas Exports, that's the other one that's getting a bit of a knockback. What else is losing out? You have Prince Pipes. They came out with a set of numbers. So the time being, the street doesn't like it. That stock is down more than 5%. Volume's pretty large on that one. JSL Stainless, actually the numbers look good. The problem is the global uncertainty. And remember, exports for them were around 16-17% till around, I think, 8 quarters or so ago. That number's come down to sub 10% for the last many quarters. So we'll have the management later on during the course of the day. Stock goes on with a cut of around 4.5%. What's the way ahead? How can they mitigate the losses on the export front? So that's another stock. Sarada Energy, that's the one that's been running along. One of the best results of this season, I think so. And we had the management speaking to us here exclusively on CNBC TV18. They're talking about the EBITDA number go up by more than 40% in FY26 with debt reduction. So that stock continues its upward journey. Rain Industries is another one that's reacting favorably to its numbers. So that stock as well is up. I'm looking at the Lumax group of stocks. You have Lumax Auto, actually, that is higher in today's trading session. So that one, in fact, has moved up smartly. While you have Lumax Industries, I think that came out with a set of numbers. That's down close to around 6%. So both those two going out in opposite ends. Sanghi Movers, that's another one. The renewable play, the cranes play are out there. That's seen a sharp correction from the recent peak. But for the time being, it's popped up close to around 4.5%. And Godfrey Phillips, a stock that we here on CNBC TV18 had given you a heads up. When Philip Morris came out with a set of numbers, the commentary wasn't great on the whole, but the commentary on India was good, which gave you a bit of a read-through. And that's why, in fact, that stock, it opened up. And now, in fact, after the big run that we've seen, more than 10% move is what we've seen in the last few trading sessions. Well, that one has come in for some mild profit taking from the high point of the day. But down only 60 points. For the time being, it appears the street is digesting that peak Trump tariff tantrums are behind. At least that's what it appears like.